productive morning actually. Finished a programme I've been trying to finish for 5 weeks maybe, in terms of putting it out. But it's going to be worth the wait. The front cover looks very good. The content is also good, so that's all right.
Front cover looks good because it's mainly a picture of you, babes.
3 pictures of me I put on this one. I feel like it's quite
good.
self-indulgent, but they do illustrate the point of the programme in the sense of
Self-indulgent,
using resistance bands. Yeah. Cool, eh?
Yeah, it's called MW Fitness.
Who's that? That's
Mark
me. That's
Williams.
cool.
Therefore, not self-indulgent, just
That's it.
reality.
That's it. That's cool. Thank you.
It's all right.
Good. So,
Sometimes I like to be nice to you.
Thursday morning. It was cold this morning. It said -1 on my phone at 5:30 when I got up.
Well, at least it's bright.
It is very bright.
Maybe we could go snowboarding. Cold and bright, that's supposed to be snowboarding weather, isn't it?
There's no snow.
No, that is a problem.
Not here. Morning, Julie.
And unfortunately, we can't go to the places where there is snow.
Not at the moment.
Not at the
Although, okay, this is going to be a slight scientific thing. As far as I remember from no sound,
Oh, lip reading.
she's good
You
at that.
are so clever.
There's other people watching this will now think that you're being a bit rude.
No, I love Julie. I was helping her lip read.
That's good. Morning, Gemma. So, in my understanding, what I remember about viruses and things from science, obviously that was A-levels and
Yeah.
degree, viruses are dormant after below a certain temperature. Like, it'll still be there, but it won't be doing anything. It can't do
Right.
anything.
So why do people get flu in the winter?
Well, because we have a body temperature that's perfect for
Well,
viruses.
there you go then.
But actually, in the snow.
So if we lie in the snow, we'll all be okay. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, what I mean is,
Mark's
you've
got a
to,
solution to coronavirus, guys.
as long as you
Lie in the snow.
keep your kit outside, you'll be able to share it and stuff. There won't be any passing around with that. Obviously, breathing on each other. That's the risk. That's where the risk is, because they do inside you, the internal environment.
Mark.
Internal environment is pretty much
I've got to
optimal.
be, I'm not being funny.
I thought this through before
I
I
think
said
you
it.
need to work on the science.
I thought that through before I talked
You
about
hadn't.
it. No.
Have some coffee.
I'll have some coffee. This is the first one was a small one. So this is the second one. After yesterday's
What he says
revelation,
about whiskey too.
yeah. After yesterday's revelation of cups, I did drink out of the black and white one yesterday. Later in the day,
You didn't love it, did you?
I didn't mind it.
Oh, okay.
Didn't mind it. So, but
Cupgate.
I've gone back to the blue one this morning. I've got, I'm consistent or obsessive. One of the two.
Somewhere in between, probably, babe.
Yeah.
It's all good.
So yesterday was quite a cool day. We did a little TV segment
We
thing.
did. That was funny.
It was cool. So we'll share that once it goes out. That was good. And the system that we have that Hannah has started in the morning, if I'm rambling, she just squeeze my leg. No, it wasn't as hard as that. It's more subtle. So she did that really well during this interview, and she's a bit more experienced in things like this. So she gave some nice sound bites. I basically said what I'd usually say, but Hannah gave a bit more kind of.
I tried to
It's a
give them what
magazine
they
style
want, you know.
program. Yeah, she kind of got more of a handle on it. I can get better at it.
You can.
I can, definitely.
You're a good learner.
I'm a good learner.
Lifelong learner, this one. It's
Lifelong
important.
learner. That's good. That's what I'm talking about this weekend, over this weekend.
Seriously?
Yeah,
We're so in sync.
totally. So literally, today's post, today's is Just Keep Moving.
Right.
I seem to say that all the time when I'm doing the word counts.
It's like just keeps like Dory.
Just keep swimming.
swimming.
Yeah, no, I've said that before. So it's just keep moving, just keep squatting, just keep swimming if you're Dory.
Or
we
a
look
swim.
at tomorrow, looking at I can't versus I don't, and just the psychology of slightly reframing
Wow, that's really
what
good,
you say
man.
and think. Good, eh?
I can't versus I don't. I like it.
That's good. Then I'm going to look at
God, that's really good. There's like a whole thing in there.
not yet, but I can get better. Now this was one of my head teachers that I worked for. His kind of thing was you can say I am rubbish at maths now, but I can get better. Because
Yeah, not just I can't do maths.
what his thing was with the students was a lot of them, you start in year 7 and like, well, I'm not going to get a good maths GCSE. well, why not? You haven't done the 5 years worth of work yet to kind of get better at maths, to understand what you've got to do. Just so that people get into a place of talking themselves out of what they could potentially do with the right training, coaching, education in that context.
Input,
And I wasn't very good at maths at primary school, but now you're going to have a whole different. You have a different teacher. You can have something like a specialist maths teacher. I'm not knocking primary school teachers at all. You're amazing.
But also in primary school, you're like, 8.
Yeah.
So how good at maths are you supposed to be, realistically?
But I know it's not the same. When Zoe, I hope it's not the same. It's not the same in all schools, and primary schools will do some kind of streaming and group kids together with different abilities. But that's quite a wide band of ability, and depending on the size of the high school, then you might get taught in peer groups that are more of similar ability, so the teacher can work better with those groups and things. So that's how you can get good at stuff over time. So just looking at that. A lot of good things to say, Mr. Stockton.
Yeah, he did.
He did a lot of good things.
Lots of wisdom.
Yes, he did. That comes with a 35-year career in teaching, I think. It helps, doesn't it?
Yeah, just
when you've been very
sticking at something.
experienced. That's it.
Yeah, that's good.
Actually, you were talking about that yesterday, weren't you?
I was,
Sticking at things.
Just sticking at stuff. Somebody was asking me, kind of like, why, at the grand old age of 37, Mark and I have really great friends, and I think they were just kind of they're younger, and they were looking at our life and thinking, oh, my life doesn't look anything like that, and as though we've got it all figured out. Bless. But I said, you know what? I have now been here this summer, and I've been here for 16 years. And a lot of it is just about the fact that I've stuck in one place for 16 years. And honestly, it's not anywhere that I thought that I would be. Like, I'm from the South Coast. I'm a beach girl through and through. And Bradford is not the place that I thought I'd end up. But because we've just stayed, and largely that's due to Mark and the fact that he's a little bit less flighty than I am. But because we've just stayed, and I've just been here for 16 years, over that time, you build up really great relationships. You get to get to know people, and get to go deeper in those things with them. Because I've stuck at being married to Mark for nearly 14 years, actually, the same thing applies. We've just stuck at it. And a lot of the time, I think that's what it comes down to. You can look at people who have these kind of, shiny lives, or have really great friends, or whatever it is. And a lot of the time, it's just down to the fact that they stayed in one place and they stuck with it. And over time, that consistency, I think, partly consistency just breeds a strength in you. And also, I think people see, you're still here, you've not gone anywhere, and it helps people to have a level of trust in you, I think. Just for that consistency, just because you stuck around it, and I think that's the same when you started this business. Mark came out of teaching. He started his business whilst at the back end of teaching. And because he didn't have enough on. And it was really, really hard. But because he'd been going to that gym a lot, and people knew him from being around, it meant that when he started the business, he already had like a degree of
credibility, really.
Credibility, because people had seen that he just sticks at it, he trains hard, he doesn't give up, and so it meant that when he started his business, people were receptive to that. And it's the same principle, isn't it?
It is. And often these days, I get people kind of starting personal training, ask me, what should I do? And the first thing I will say is, train at the gym. Just train. Just be there.
Just be there, that's it.
There's a bit of a kind of thing that I see of kind of gym tourism, I call it. There's this new cool place over in Leeds. We'll go and train there today, and there's they've opened another one in Normanton. I mean, this is actually a thing that I see all the time. Oh, they've got another one in Normanton. I'll go and train there. But then
I live nowhere near Normanton.
But, yeah,
I'll drive an hour.
The people that actually you want to work with and serve, then don't see you doing anything.
Yeah.
They just see you turning up as someone that wants to take their money for your expertise. Whereas I do train at other places, but the majority of my training always is at where I work. And the other thing I always say is teach classes. Now, when I was first a personal trainer back at Fitness First, it was like, oh, classes are, people don't get results in classes and things like that. I've totally changed my view on that over time, and I think that's what we should be able to change in our views on things.
Yeah.
And basically my view on that was, well, if they're training in the class, they're not training with me. Therefore, I'm not making any money. But now I have the total opposite view, because I really enjoy teaching classes, and I am then interacting with people, getting to know people, and interacting, and without any agenda. And that actually makes it easier, that when someone then does come to me and say, can you help me with this aspect of my fitness, whatever it is, I say I don't sell. I don't have to sell any personal training. It's just that they know what I'm about, they know who I am, and they just
does exactly what it says on tin.
Yeah, a little bit.
Did you like my accent?
I like that. That was good. So I think whatever kind of field you're in, just sticking at it, doing a good job.
Yeah.
There's a lot. There's so much just in that.
Yeah.
Seeing things through.
Whether it's work or just life.
Work, life.
We spent quite a while feeling like we just didn't have any close friends, and that's for me that's really hard. I don't think that we're hard people to get to know. Generally speaking, we're pretty friendly and upfront and up for a laugh. But it started to get to a point where I was like, seriously, is it just that everyone's really cliquey, or is there something wrong with us? I don't know. He does have a calm, reassuring voice.
Thank you.
And I think, I could easily, after a while, I've just thought, oh, sod it, let's just go somewhere else. If you're not welcome, you're not welcome. And actually, we didn't, clearly, we're still here. And now we have some of the greatest friends we could ask for. And
as it turns out, some of them would say the same thing.
Yeah.
And maybe it's just stage of life stuff.
Yeah.
And
yeah, that's right, Lou. Lots of people, I think, feel
and on saying that, Lou, what we were just talking about, your post about Matt yesterday was lovely. I've got to know Matt quite well.
I didn't see it. I'm going to get a read.
Yeah, through meeting with the guys in Guiseley and things like that, and he's a top guy. Yeah, top guy. So I couldn't like that enough when you put what he did yesterday. They would say the same sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we're friends now with actually people we've known for a long, long time.
Yeah.
But it was never more than just saying hello or just knowing who they were and things like that before.
Mm-hmm.
And I think when you're kind of young in marriage and
or in not marriage,
just young and you're doing loads of things, and then you get married or whatever, and then you have kids and you're just really, really busy, you have to say no to a lot of things.
Yeah.
That's going to be baby's bedtime, that's going to be this. For us, I was doing kind of 2 jobs a lot of the time. So I could do this on Saturday night. I'd love to, but DJ. Yeah, that sort of thing.
And I mean, we still have that to a degree because Mark works in the evenings. So most people hang out in the evenings. And so, if we do stuff, it has to be on a weekend. So we're always saying to our friends, well, we can, but it has to be Friday night or Saturday night.
Yeah.
Or Saturday day. We're flexible to a degree.
Then sometimes we obviously talk about rest and strengthening a family by being together.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to say no just to kind of get that
time
right
together.
balance.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think we realise that a lot of people are in the kind of same boat.
Yeah, and we don't talk. You just think, oh, well, look, they know everybody. They're really good friends with everybody, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And the same, like, it's not just, we're using friendships as an example, but I think it can be the same if you're starting a business, or even if you're working for a company or whatever. You can easily look at other people and think, oh, well, they've already got that position, or they're already sorted in that, or, and so we don't say anything, because we don't want to come across as needy, or we don't want to come across as whatever it is. And actually, I think there's a lot to be said for almost being able to be honest about stuff, like be able to say stuff. I mean, not like, don't just chat to everyone. Clearly, that's not wise. But just to be able to say, and it is just about kind of being around, sticking with stuff, staying where you are, doing the thing that you've got to do in the place that you're in, and then just being honest and open as well. Is this Julie? Like, a bit of a...
That's genius. I wish
What have she
I don't want to break it by screenshotting the feed, but that's amazing.
It's good for advice too. When I was doing some building work, I was allowed to skip on the road. Right, can I just say...
I would not say that.
No one has ever said... Mark has never said to anyone, go for it, fatty. Never.
That's brilliant.
You do know how to make him laugh, Julie. I like what you said about his calm voice. I'm wondering if we could make the same kind of money as Chris Hemsworth with you doing some kind of children's meditation. Chris Hemsworth is doing this.
Is he?
Is it Chris Hemsworth? Is it Chris Hemsworth who has the app with the like fitness stuff?
Oh, the centre app, yeah.
Okay, so he's now doing this like meditation for kids, but it's really like, okay, children, are you comfy? Are you snuggled up in bed? Listen, it's absolutely hilarious. It's actually really good for kids. But I am wondering how many mums are downloading the app to listen to Chris Hemsworth.
It's amazing.
Make some bucks.
Tom Hardy's done another bedtime story on the BBC. That seems to be very popular with more than just children. Especially as he opens it up by saying, I hope everyone's doing okay. I really miss seeing people. I just wish I could give people a hug. I think that people are really attaching themselves to that from Tom Hardy.
Oh, Jules, you're hilarious.
It's absolutely fine. It's true, Zoe. You're saying that obviously Lee knows lots of people. I think as guys we do that.
Yeah.
We know loads of people. I literally, we'll go to places like, we'll stop at the motorway services. And I'll be able to say hello to someone that I know from somewhere, the gym, or
we could stop up a mountain in Timbuktu and Mark could bump into someone he knows.
Years and years ago, I once went on a holiday to Cornwall, and so I was in probably my just early 20s by then. Literally walking down the road, saw a girl from high school I hadn't seen since I was like 16 or 17.
It's because you're a connector, babe.
Yeah, and then when we were in Ibiza, when we were there for the season, met a guy and his wife who I knew from Fitness First, but the Fitness First here at Eccles Hill, which I'd left like 2 years before to go and move around in the company and move up. And they were just sat there having some dinner.
But knowing lots of people isn't the same as having
it's true.
friends, is it?
No, not at all.
And actually, generally, you'd only have a handful, like a small handful of really good friends, because there just isn't time to invest in much more than that.
Zoe, why is Tom only reading stories to kids? Even Dave loves Tom. I love Tom Hardy.
He'd be moving into a whole different realm if he started doing them for adults, I think.
Yeah, I think he might want some different books reading. Tom Hardy's a guilty pleasure. Yeah.
Dave, that's hilarious.
It's brilliant. It is. That is one of my favourite films, Dave, and I imagine you like it, is Warrior with Tom Hardy. And that,
but not because of his silky soft voice.
No, he doesn't really use a silky soft voice. That particular film, it's more about him being an absolute beast.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's why you like him.
Yeah, it's true. Cool. Well, that's some cool stuff today. That's some really good stuff. We should just say before everyone goes that he kept it quiet yesterday. It was Dave's birthday yesterday, so happy birthday,
Dave.
Yeah,
happy birthday, Disco Dave.
Managed to I got my Facebook notification at 8 o'clock or whatever time the birthday one's coming. You were at the top of the list, and I was a little bit gutted then that we hadn't said it yesterday. So hope you had a really good day yesterday. No,
that's okay, because now we're saying it today, and it's like you get 2 days of birthday.
Second birthday.
Woo!
Hey!
Yeah.
Good stuff. So, yeah, I hope you had a good one, mate, yesterday. Yeah, it's really cool. We keep telling people how we're connecting with people like you, Dave, through social media, who kind of we know, like acquaintances, who are now becoming definitely
Proper
into
friends.
friends. Yeah, that's really cool, isn't it?
Proper friends.
Proper friends. Just meant calm, reassuring, like a dentist.
Sure.
It's the kind of calm, reassuring, and then the kind of little bit of pain of the effort that I sometimes effort I try and get you to encourage you to make, isn't it? so cute.
So cute.
Soft shorts. Oh, brilliant. Cool. Right, so we're going to pop off because we've talked for ages today. It's good.
Oh, gracious.
And I have to sort my stretch workout out for 8 o'clock. So, yeah.
To go and do some work I forgot to do yesterday.
Anything we can help with and we can support with, as always, we're always saying, how can we help? And send us a message or a comment. And this has been really good fun this morning. So we're back going tomorrow morning at 7 a.m.
Have a good day.
See you then. Have a great day.